let's see. We could people kind of drop in here. Here we go. So, so let's watch it. How is everybody? Where are you guys from? What are you guys doing? And let's see. Let's respond to some of these comments that we've had. Global financial research from 2020 to 2030 the current is doing in the US. So do you really think so? So we are just answering some comments. Hey Rico, did you go to a cardiologist? Why? Why would I go to a cardiologist? Hey, I'm learning so much from your channel and seminars. Thank you for looking out. Yeah, no worries, no worries. So what are you guys doing? What's going on? So yeah. What are you guys up to? Let's see. Yeah, thanks for the hearts. Thanks for that. So yeah, I'll just answer some comments for my videos. If you're doing anything, you can make you believe that the dollar rally out of desperation, 50-year mortgages financing your sandwich, car repairs, promises. Yup. They they are now financing everything. Yup, that's how it's going. We are financing sandwiches ever. Hey, I am working from home while listening. Not bad. What do you do for work? What do you do? Yeah, I'm just kind of online, just hanging out, seeing what people are doing. But yeah, today Fed lowered interest rates. I'm just like, man, oh man, we are in crazy financial times. Accounting, not bad, not bad. I like it. So you understand money, huh? So what do you think is the number one downfall? If you're in accounting, what do you think it is? Leverage? What do you think it is? Is it people not understanding it? Not understanding numbers? What do you think is the corporate of people just not being good with it, financing their sandwiches? Just, yeah, people have been like repairs, car repairs, everything. It is just insane. Everybody's just doing it. Living above your means and not planning for the future. Yeah, I think that's the Peter Pan syndrome. A lot of people just think that they're gonna live out till ever, no health issues, and then all of a sudden comes to find out, should have put some money away. But it's hard. When I look at it, it is it's brutal. It's brutal for these people that are living off of $60,000 a year that just can't really put anything away. When you're looking at it, when packages of stuff that you buy at the grocery store get smaller and smaller, but the price is getting up, then it's not just inflation for a bag of groceries. You also have to check the weight of what you're actually buying. And I truly believe if you run the real numbers of how the packaging inflation and everything went up, we're at probably 100+%. We're way beyond that, because you can look at, like, they always do around New Year's. They do. Let me look at it. What was Kevin Home Alone groceries? So they always do that. So you bought a half a gallon of milk, half a gallon of orange juice, a loaf of Wonder Bread, frozen mac and cheese, TV, laundry detergent, and it was like $19. And today that whole thing would cost, let's see how much this would cost. Let me use AI real quick and see how much would that exact, how much did or does Kevin's Home Alone meal cost today versus, wait, back then. So while it's thinking, yeah, all the numbers are wild now. Hey, you look like Taylor Swift, brother. Trust me, I wouldn't be doing YouTube if I did that. So here we go. So today, depending on location, it literally said it'd be $72 from 1990, from 1980. Back then, the Kevin Home Alone dinner was like 1983 with the $1 off coupon. Today, if you do it in California, it would be between 68 and $72. Those are absolutely crazy. Speak wise one. What wisdom do you have for us today? Just save your money. Save your money, invest it into hard assets, and yeah, stack some cash because these people that are over leveraged, they are gonna have to give it. So yeah, it is gonna be absolutely crazy for all these people that over leveraged themselves during COVID. They bought these, Yukons, and I was like, I think one of my cars got totaled out during that time, and they wanted like 20, 30% more than it was worth, and now you're stuck. You have to give it back or you drive it till the wheels fall off. But yeah, inflation. And now they just lowered interest rates. So now, what does that mean? That means inflation's going to go up. So you have to put your money where it grows more than inflation, or you're literally losing money. But you have to know what to buy. $9 for a Starbucks coffee today. What kind of Starbucks? Did you buy a gallon of Starbucks? $9? What kind of drink is that? That's surprising. Usually the warm. That sounds right. Yeah. $6, $7 Kool-Aid. What are you guys doing? What are you guys spending money on? That is crazy. What are you guys, man? I need to come intern with you guys. You guys are making killer money so you can afford Starbucks. What do you do for a living? I need to come intern with you guys. Yeah, you guys are asking me for financial advice. You should ask this guy. This guy might do us all. When you can afford $9 on a Starbucks coffee, we need to help seniors, especially the ones that are homeless. I agree, but a lot of people don't really need the help. Oh, he's like never again, never is gonna spend $9. Who pays that? Like it is. It's just two shots of espresso. No, probably one shot, and then they just pour a gallon of sugar in it, and then they're like, "Here you go." Is 3.5% good interest? Is 3.5 interest good? Retired for what? For your stock portfolio? For your house that you're sitting in? I don't know. I need more information. Fast food is cheap when you use the app. Yeah, yeah. You can also go to In-N-Out, but like when you sit down, I think you're talking about my recent video I've done where I was like, fast food is ridiculously expensive. Then now what's when did prices get so high? They're gonna get even higher now because now inflation's gonna go crazy again. Because I think Jerome Powell's term is up, and I think they're gonna vote in this other guy who said he's gonna lower it twice in one sitting. So this is gonna be crazy. So a lot of people just drink sugar with espresso in it. Yep. Actually, they eat sugar with an espresso. Something like, I love your hat, thank you, eat noodles. Yeah. By 19 Chevy Chevelle, you can work on it. Yeah, those are legend. You know how much a nice restored 1970 Chevelle is like one of my dreams cars, but these are like Chevy, yeah, Chevelle. These you can't. Yeah, like a semi decent one is like 70 grand. So, and then if you got to finance it, I don't know if a normal company would finance it. So you got to bring some money to the table. Here's the law of physics: what goes up must come down. Yep. Besides currencies, most of the time they always come down. What languages do you speak? I speak German. I speak French and Swiss German. I stopped eating fast food because it's so expensive. I got a second job to get out of debt. I like it. What kind of job you're in? So what kind of job did you take on so you can get out of debt? And how much debt are you in? Those are always the key questions, right? But yeah, I just saw this other influencer yesterday talking about how she was a nurse trying to do the same thing, got a second job she was a hostess at like a steakhouse, and she just got let go from her nursing jobs. And now she's like, ooh, now I guess I'm glad I did that, so I didn't have to So I wasn't too worried. So I wasn't too worried about, like what I'm gonna do now. And I have to do that full time, being at the restaurant at the seating, so I don't have to so I don't have to be homeless. In trouble, we collect together and support each other. It's only human, yeah. Yeah. But you gotta FedEx hiring again. FedEx over the holidays. I could see that. I could see that. I know they had a hiring freeze for the longest time. Um, yeah, I know. I said 120K and now 30K left. Last year, actually worked at a coffee shop as my part time, and the amounts people spend is crazy. Yeah, coffee shops. It's it's like if you want to support your local spot, that's how you do it. Like you got to go to a coffee shop. But and this was my question when this was my question that I've had about hamburgers on my poll that I did the other day, because there's only so much people are willing to spend at a coffee. You've seen that. I had another person in here that said $9, like he's never going to go back. And so you have that threshold that you're just not going to go back. And so where is that for a small business? Is it would he go back to Starbucks for $6, or would he go back for $8.49 and keep doing it? So many videos nurses, FedEx driver quitting their job because they're stressed, overworked. Yup. Yeah, because it's hard. Because in order to save cost, you just load your employees that you have up with more work. That's kind of the easiest way. Fast food is over 100%. Trump has no stress. Nah, I think he has a lot of stress. A lot of stress. That guy has way more stress than you and I. Um, that that you got. Finally caught you live. I love your show. Thank you. How's New Mexico doing? How's it down there? And congratulations on saving up some money. I like it. The job market is getting scary, but I'm all ready for 2026. Lately, the majority of jobs that are actually hiring. Gosh, my chat's going so quiet. Okay. Lately, the jobs that are actually hiring are generally labor physical demanding. Yeah, and they don't pay very well. And so this is what I was telling you in this video today. It's like you can get a job. It's just that it's not paying a nice amount where you can live comfortably. And getting any job, you can get any job. It's just that it's hard to get a job that pays you well. So we're buying stocks or selling. Trading into, I would switch some stocks into some of the stuff. I just saw this video of the Wall Street where they're saying I think that the next decade is going to be low growth. So I would switch them. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to switch some of it. Milk causes mucus, milk rotten your bones. Yeah, especially when. So yeah, sugar's way worse though. $5 max, not $8. So that's where you would break. That's where you would say $5 like your max where you'd stop spending. No economics problem, Santa Fe, driving rich. That's the way you're doing it. I like it. Milk. What is up? I work at FedEx 20.75 an hour. What do you do for FedEx for $20 an hour? Are you in a career or are you in a job? I graduated in May soon enough, but need to get a job geology soon. If anything, I already accepted that I might be a general laborer, physical demanding jobs for some quick money. So yeah, well, once you got your degree, you need to go and get a job ASAP in that field. Every year you wait, it's gonna get more difficult. Are you American? I sure am. Why are we supposed to trust your financial advice? That's a good question. You shouldn't. You should always do your own research. You should always do your own research, and let this be an advice for anybody watching. Never ever just go off of what somebody says. Not the news, not me, not anybody. The US is such a big place. There's different areas, there's different markets. So I'm just telling you what I'm doing. And yeah, only you know where you want to go with your finances. So yeah, But I did very well for myself. I built my wealth in 10 years and I am living better now than I've ever have. Maybe a path to good job is to volunteer like food bank or Hazard for Humanity, and networking won't hurt. Yeah, networking, that's how you get it. That's how you get it. Once I have a I wouldn't I wouldn't really volunteer though, because I feel like volunteering is a great thing to do, but you have to make money. How are you going to pay your bills? Volunteering is something you can do when you're retired. Great Wall Street crash, jumping out the window. Jump once more, yeah. Yeah, it's not people falling out the window, it's just people falling out of windows. Loading FedEx trucks, ooh, that's a demanding job for 20 bucks an hour. Man, you got to get into either union or figure something out how you can get that up. Leverage those connections, talk to people, see how you can transition that to a driver, to something else, maybe UPS or maybe the postal service, so you can really get some. Your opinion's as uneducated, and like you miss out on growth. About what am I missing out on growth? Uh, what am I missing out on net growth? And then I think your message got deleted. So somebody's message got deleted. Uh, yeah, you need to transition into a career. So what else is there? You need UBI robots take off your job fully permanently. Yeah, yeah. What's your shit? I can't even read it well. What's your net worth if you're doing so well? Well, it is. I don't even know. I own multiple rental properties. Stock market goes up and down, so I couldn't even tell you. I don't know, like how many rental properties do I own? 5 here, some overseas. Yeah, I'm not doing bad. I'll tell you that. So it doesn't matter. What if I say my net worth was $1, and what if I said my net worth was 5 million bucks? What would that do for you? It's just a number. It doesn't matter. The real reason is it is now. What time is it? It's Wednesday. I'm sitting in front of my computer. I have a nice pool outside. I can literally go on walks during the day. So I wouldn't say that I'm doing too bad at all. So would you say connect the network with a recruiter or someone on LinkedIn for my career field? I would do everything. I would do literally everything. So what I would do is I would find like depends what. So you want to go into geology, right? So if you want to go into geology, how would I approach it? I would connect with. See, recruiters are being let go now, so I would try to go. Um, I would probably go to conferences. I would start connecting with peers. I would start going on LinkedIn and contributing to geology, like just forums, and start connecting and learning about trends, what's going on. And so then see what your state offers and see all kinds of stuff so you can be on trends. And then I see if I can get where you at, where you're located, so I can look out. Did you get the new 50-year mortgages? No, um that would be crazy because all you do is pay interest. I would not get it. Plus I'm sitting on 2.5. And then is it 500? Is it 50, 500K or 5 million? Probably close to that. No, last number is that. My net is in catching fish. That's smart. You got to eat somehow. I'm poor, but no, that's good. Clean. I can start over. You sure can. So see, this is, it doesn't matter how much money you got. You got to look at the burn rate. If you have, and this is what people get wrong. If you make $1 million a month, but to make that $1 million a month, it takes you 1.2, you're literally losing money. And this is what a lot of people don't understand. So if you're on a normal job and you make 3 grand a month and you take that home, you're richer than that other guy that's losing $200,000 a month. So it's just, unless you want to sell, looking at numbers fluctuates. How do you move to the U.S.? It's kind of hard to get U.S. legally with green card from Europe. Yup, it sure is. You have to. So you have to do the visa lottery. You have to do skills. You have to do all kinds of stuff and see what sticks. Or you save up, and then you get a green card with what is it? Investments. Located in Southern California, where it's supposed to be good. I got surrounding states as well, like Arizona, Nevada, Utah, and so on. Yep. So, um, what I would do is, let me see. This Caltrin. Yeah, this Cal. So, do you have an engineering degree? Because Caltran, you know that company in California, it's the Caltran. I think that's the name. Yeah, California Department of Transport. I think they hire engineers and geologists, and man, that's a sweet gig. Work remote someday, and just kind of hang out. And I know people. They work like I knew a guy that I could have introduced you, but yeah, I don't talk to him too much anymore. But yeah, he worked for Caltran. He did IT, and he was yeah. I think you have to be anywhere within the states. So once you get the job, you can move around. Job safety. Not a safety net because Russia is using his oligarchs. Yeah. Glad I was born in Detroit. Detroit's a nice area. I like it. No, nothing good about my field. I can work around the world. Geologist. Yep, yep, yep. And there's like lots of government agencies that hire you, surveys, do all that. Yeah, investments make sense, like expanding business from Europe to use it. Yeah. Marry a rich lady. Yep. Now that's see that when somebody asks me what's the easiest way to make $1 million? You inherit 10, you spend 9, and then you're left over with 1. So that's the easiest way and the most fun. Fun cat fun day. Hello. How are you doing? But yeah, so you gotta figure out what do you want to do. Like, but Caltran, they're hiring. Caltran website is hiring for engineers in your or yeah, Los Angeles. You just got to be willing to move. Engineering geologist. Look at that. Pays like crazy. And once you're in it for life. You get benefits like you wouldn't believe. Engineer and geologist, senior supervisor, and then you just kind of hang out. You got a good gig going, and yeah, you be loving it. Good thing I have done personal research project and thesis that other students might neglect in doing, such as making more classes. Yeah, on the table. Yeah. Cheap, safer car, earn on an old city. Yeah. Yeah, I just do it. Yeah, find a job, get that done. But the longer you wait to get into it, the harder it's going to be in your field. I'm telling you. The longer you wait, the more it's going to take. Yeah. It's just, I don't know why that is because then people think, oh, you forgot your stuff and everything. So jump in, do it, and keep on rolling. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. But yeah, Caltran right now is hiring. So I'd see how I can do it. I'd find somebody that would give me an internal referral or that would kind of walk me through it. Then you can find these people online. But you have engineer and geologist. Man, they pay permanent. They pay full time. You make 100 grand a year working for Caltran. Easy, easy. And I think you work 4 days a week. You'd be set. You'd be absolutely set. But yeah, you got to put in that work. You got to put in that time. So what else you guys got going on? If not, I'm gonna read some of these comments that people are leaving me. That's what I was gonna do. Looking at save that money, warm that printer. The great melt up is here. So what? What are you doing? So yeah. I work on another side. I might take a master right away, which is true. I can learn. Yeah, these are cool. Thank you. People are eating stone soup. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I appreciate you so much for supporting my channel all the time. I cannot believe it. Okay, here we know. Let's answer this one. I know now Newsom will win 2028 for POTUS. All he has to do is expose inflation and unemployment. Has a nice evening. So I actually would agree. It's kind of sad, but I would agree. So this is what I said. But I think so. There is a sheriff in LA. Sheriff in LA that is gaining traction, and he's fighting homelessness. He's fighting the prices. He wants to cancel gas tax out. So this is gonna be crazy. You know, the sheriff that's going on, because man, when I lived in Santa Cruz, holy smokes, the amount of people that literally like just just uh just the the tragedy of these people that were being homeless was just absolutely crazy. And so thank you so much for that super chat. Things are bad. Love Gavin, he's a man with a mission. Yeah. Yeah, you know. Love Gavin, he's a man. I hope you and your wife and you were having a wonderful holiday. Yep. Yep. On YouTube, yeah. But yeah, what's that sheriff called? LA Sheriff. And he's winning now. Oh, he in the poll, he's up running for governor. And I think I saw that the other day. Yeah, the sheriff is Riverside County Chad Bianco. And I think he's yeah, I think I saw these polls and it's like, man, we gotta see. So this is one of my predictors, if that's a word even, is that you got to go check if Kalshi, the website, and I don't know if I can show it here, but Kalshi, the website, who they're saying is going to run for, let's see. They are so good. They're even closer to it than the poll. So let's see. Kalshi for presidential run. Let's see what Kalshi says. Because, okay, they're saying J.D. Vance, Gavin Newsom, 21, and Alexander Cortez. So J.D. Vance has a 29%. There, so let me flip my screen. So this is from Kalshi. Next U.S. president election winner, and it's saying that J.D. Vance has a 29, Gavin Newsom 20. So you were kind of correct, and we will see. So we will see. Might be, but yeah, that's what I always say. There's a referendum on every president. On every president, there was. Yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, there's always a referendum. There was one on Obama, and there's one on Trump. Then there was Biden, and now there's one on Trump again. And so that's what happens. He ruined San Francisco. Yeah, that's what That's what people say. With San Francisco, it was just. I've been there and I've seen it, and it is just like crime. You have to, that one thing, you have to protect small business owners. You have to make sure that people that are taking risks are protected by the state, by the local municipalities. And if you just let crime go rampant, and I know that if you're a politician and you're just making 300,000-400,000 a year of just mayor of San Francisco, how much does the mayor make? Let me check. How much does the mayor of San Francisco make? What do you guys think? How much is the mayor? How much do you think? Yeah. How much do you think does the mayor of San Francisco makes? How much do you think? So in 2022, the wages was $357,000. Total compensation was $444,000 a year. So the mayor-elect Daniel Lurie starting will take a symbolic $1 salary. So before that, they were just taking like 440 grand a year. So you're seeing that if you're making that much money, you don't need to protect the small business owners. But these businesses that try to invest, that try to take out life savings to start their own stuff, and then you have people breaking in the windows, stealing stuff, not paying, it would literally ruin it. And yeah, so you have to, as hard as it sounds, you have to prosecute so people don't do it. And yeah, because just making insurance claims after the first one, and you can go way back to my older videos when I was in Florida. I've talked to a business owner. He said when the first storm hit, they insurance just wrote him a check. I think it was in Tampa. Wrote him the check. Said, "Oh man, I'm so sorry that this happened." Next time when the storm hit, they took I think 6, 7, 8 months, and the third time they hired lawyers to fight it and said we're not paying. I'm calling this to save your ass economy. Work, save. Yeah. And see, this is what I say because it's like you got to find a healthy balance of what you want to do with your money. Because if you're just going to, and I had family members that just lived to save. And then on their deathbed, they were like, well, why did I live to just save? I should have enjoyed it more. And so you have to find that balance of where you're going to go and what you want to do with your life and figure out, do I want to cruise around the globe? What's my mission? Because you have to work for something. You can't just work to just work. If you work for health insurance, that's one thing, but yeah, you got to work for something or have a plan. I lost you. I was asked for this. Ha ha ha, you are so funny. You are so funny. Okay, here we go. So, yeah. But besides that, just living life. You do what you want. But yeah, it's changing. Los Angeles, yeah, these people, these mayors are just making top tier SF. Here we go. SF top paid employee made $640,000 a year. So that guy in the police made like made a crazy amount of money. When you're looking at this, check this out. This is, where was this one? Yeah, look at that. The San Francisco Chronicles. Here we go. Made over 500,000 a year. Overtime, regular. Oh yeah, overtime paid $356,000. How's that even possible? So yeah, this is what they're doing. Yeah, but that's why I always say you gotta do something. You gotta. Thanks for the thumbs up. I like it. That's a different mindset in New Mexico. You're right, Rico. Balance of everything. Yeah, you have to live like there's a tomorrow, but you should live for like a purpose. You gotta do something so that you're like excited about the next day. Just grind to grind. I feel like it's a horrible solution. You always gotta grind for something, like grind for a nicer car, if that's what you want to do, or grind for a vacation. But the problem is when you just grind to grind, I'm always like, because when you have a car, it only fulfills you for maybe a month, maybe two, because that's why you see these Ferraris, and I sometimes I can't, articulate that close up or that much, but when you go and you see these people in where is it, in these super rich areas, they have like 4 or 5 cars and they sell them with 400 miles. Why do you think somebody sells a Ferrari at 400 miles? They love the 400 miles, and then they're like, eh, just another car. So you gotta get experiences. Yeah, in New Mexico, yeah, I bet land is cheap. Yeah, but yeah, that's why you always do. That's why you always have to look your good deeds are being filmed, helping people in confusion. Look, your good deeds are being filmed, helping people in confusion. Yeah, yeah, So this is why I always tell people, you gotta find balance in everything you do. I'm in. I don't know what that means, but yeah. But this is how it goes. People just do crazy stuff all the time, and then afterwards, and they're like, ah. And it's also easy. So when you make a lot of money and you make mistakes, it's easy to get out of these mistakes because when you're looking at it, you go speed. You go down the freeway and you speed. You go 140, you go 160. They pull you over. It's like you did double the speed limit. For people with money, That's not an issue. They hire the best lawyers. They wouldn't even see a courtroom for 4 or 5 years. They prolong it. Maybe that officer quits or something else. They might never get prosecuted for it. But people that have no money and they get caught speeding, then there's real consequences. So it's just a tax on poor people. The data centers are for the police states. We're cooked. Enjoy the outdoors before tech bros take over. Yeah, these data centers. That's why you and I are paying so much in electricity. This is why we're paying so much in electricity. They're trying to literally increase the rates by an ungodly amount. No, I'm into trouble on the road. Even Jones, where some company compare company trucks. Yeah. See, that's another thing. Then you get in trouble, and then they won't give you a company car when you need a company car because you got in trouble. So don't do it. Clean records important. Yep. Surveillance is going to crazy. Glad I'm not young. Yeah, surveillance is already through the roof, and it's getting crazier by the day. Yeah, so people in my comment section of my new videos have been like, there's no jobs. How do you save? You're right. You have to go full entrepreneur. You have to go full entrepreneur and sell stuff. There's always people have talents. You just have to tap into those. I know people that resell computers that buy them for cheap from people that don't know what they got, and then they resell them, they fix it, and then they resell it on Facebook Marketplace. So you always got to figure out what you can do, and this is what they say, oh, it's all bad. No, it's not. You just need to figure out a path, what you like doing, and then do it. And it's funny, I went to this computer repair shop in Las Vegas, and this guy was working out of his garage. He was IT at the casinos. He said, I'm done. And he started on the side starting to do computer work. So he started to do that during COVID, and people came to his house, started doing computers. So then he quit his job because he had so much computer work to do for other people that he was just working full time out of his garage. He said, well, now I need more room, I want something else. So then he leased the store, and now this guy has 3 locations where he just repairs people's computers and does stuff. So there's always opportunities, and this is what I try to tell people, but they tune out with the my first segment of the video. So flood cameras will be drones. Yeah, I saw those. Yeah, I know some people live live stream for money nowadays. Yeah, but it's hard. Like live stream for money. So far, I had one person give me $9.90. So this is absolutely crazy. This is a promise. Your channel will grow in 2026. We'll be ready for the trolls to hit YouTube to the reality. Yep. Do you like Taylor Swift? Not really. No. I think something's up. Something's up with Taylor. Gotta look at those symbolisms. I think something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. Let me say it this way: I wouldn't go out on a dinner or lunch date with her. Rico, you look totally different in your lives. You appear in your vlogging video. Very interesting. Yeah. What do you mean? Because of this? When I'm further out, I'm more close up. Yeah, my glasses. I got to read my comment section, so I'm close to the lens, so you see my bubble head. Silver's the best investment now. Sure is. Amen to that. Yep. Utility through the roof. Silver is just has an insane run. Was going to Windows screen replacement company, but the bugs pairing. I was gonna do a Windows screen replacement company. Yeah, in Florida, that's good. Yeah. The screen, especially in Florida where you have like crazy bugs. It's not bad. So yeah. So this is how it goes though. You try, you take on risk, and this is what I say. Imagine you starting that business and somebody breaks in and steals all that stuff. You wouldn't feel good about it, so that's why you have to be hard on crime. I hold gold, old future fan. Yep. Okay, yep, gold's good. Yeah, hard assets. That's just like real estate. So if you're not in the 10%, you're lower class. If you are not in the top 10%, you are You are not making big money. You're not making big money. Because it's all in the stock market. Only 8% of my viewers are like really invested in the stock market and the economy's working for you. I always wonder who is this economy really working out for? Like, yeah, what is up? ASE certified mechanic strong in demand by auto shop and factory. Yep. Yep. So that's how it goes. Is it time to short? Oh, and afford money in the last 3 years? I don't think I would not short the market. The market. I'm not short anything. That's crazy. What do you do for a living career? So I do real estate and I help people online. So I did websites for people. I helped other people do social media. Yeah, I helped them. Ali built like 2 million, like a 1 million plus following on her, and so I helped other people do social media. And most of the times I do blue collar. I tear down mobile homes and I put new ones on there. Then I sell them or rent them out. So yeah, and that allows me to just take time out of my day to do stuff. And sometimes sometimes I have time to sit on lives, and this is the pure freedom. So I would pick this life so that I got over anything. We got some Tesla, but I'm more into crypto. Yeah, crypto's nice. No bond, no taxable income. Yep, yep. That's how it goes. I joined somebody in my channel that said I joined the buy nothing the movement. Prices sky high, out of pace. I refuse to pay. I buy a kitty cat litter, 20 plus taxes. Used to be around, yeah. Yeah, prices have been sky high, yeah. Prices are sky high. Yeah, they're gonna about to go higher since we're lowering interest rates, and we're gonna elect, or they're gonna elect somebody that's gonna decrease interest rates again. So no one's taxable. How many hours do you sleep? Not a lot. I tell you that, not a lot. But that's okay. You know that's when people say, "Oh, this is all luck. This is all luck." Man, I am just, but I love what I do. So I sleep about probably 6 hours. Yeah, crypto's crashing. Let's see, because I think altcoins are crashing. I think Bitcoin just, if it's, let's see, how much is Bitcoin? 91. Yeah, it came down a little bit. I think it came down 13%. It's up to the last 5 days. It's down 60%. If you were if you hold it for a year, you'd be down 1.57%. 1 year exactly 5%. So it's not too bad. I wouldn't call it crashing. I would say if it's like down, I don't look at the all-time highs really, but if it's down like 20% in 6 months, I'd be like, yeah. You know what's down? Chipotle stock. That is like Chipotle stock. That is like, I think that's, yeah, year to date negative 43. This is a crash. Negative 43. This is a crash. The 5% over the 1 year. I think Chipotle stock. What else? Yeah, yeah. Here we go. They're doing so bad that they had to announce a share buyback, and then it kind of went up a little bit here. It kind of went up a little bit. So yeah, this is reality. This is reality. It's going so bad. That's like, oh shit, we got to do something. It's this other CEO guy that ruined it. No small portions, and yeah. And then they said, okay, we're done. Create and publish large print Bibles and Christian book this Christmas. I make half of what I was making last year. I'm a little worried. Yeah, this is what I say. You know, like people pull back. People pull back. So how do you? Did you read? Yeah. Did you read? The what is it? Alex Hermosi's handbook. You gotta do something. You gotta. If you charge like $20, like $6, $7 for a shirt, you gotta or do like three for $20. Buy one get two free or something. Just mark them up so you can sell more. You You got to use these psychology tricks now on how to sell. It's crazy. It's a good time to get into crypto. It's yeah, you got to diversify. Good entry price. You got to diversify. 100%. You got to diversify. What do you think of Netflix buying HBO and now Paramount trying to buy? So I read this theory, but this is kind of scratching on uh, on some conspiracy. So I think Larry, Larry, let me see. Larry owns. Yeah, I think Larry Ellison owns Paramount. No, who owns Paramount? No, not directly owns, but he controls a deal with Sky Media. So somewhere it's like I read that if Paramount buys Warner Bros, I think Warner Bros owns so much stuff that it's oh yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I thought they're gonna buy some news channels and stuff. So yeah, is Netflix a threat to the economy? Nah, Netflix. What are they gonna do? Sell? If nobody can buy Netflix, how is that gonna be a threat? Yeah, went up so high on their prices for books. I know. Yeah, they're trying to. I think what Amazon's gonna try and do is try to white label everything and just trying to steal your books. You gotta be careful. You gotta be so careful with Amazon. It's almost worth doing your own website and running ads to your website because man, Amazon is just they take everything. You got to read up what they've done with the toasters and some other stuff. What was it? Amazon. Amazon. They bought a stake in some toaster, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Okay, you're done." And then they launched a competitive toaster, just looks like it. Amazon toaster. I'm not trying to put fear into you, but I'm just you gotta, yeah, you gotta figure out something. But how do you think Netflix a threat to the economy? We just buying everything up? I've heard of them doing that. Yeah, you gotta see. That's how you gotta do. Yeah, that was it. Trump has been trying to buy. Yeah, CNN and Netflix. Yeah, yeah. That's what I've heard. I've seen something. It would make sense. That would make sense if you follow the money trail. That would make sense. Yeah. But then again, it kind of some conspiracy, but from me of a skeptic, I'm like, yeah, I could see that happening because then you can control basically everything, right? You control the data that comes out. How long have I been on live? For 40 minutes. Jawara, how is life treating you? How is the officer life? How is it? How are you doing? Oh, Pamela A. Austin, you should connect with Javara. You guys are both huge into book space. Yeah, you guys should connect. You guys should totally connect with each other and see how you guys can collab and do something because Pamela A. Audison is, if I'm saying that right, I'm probably butchering it, is also into book space. So yeah, because it never hurts to collab, to take over. Message over. Also, just over. Yeah, yeah. That's you gotta just yeah. But you know, for me, I'm just a skeptic because people. I feel like people in politics they don't move, and they don't move for a cause. Like they don't. Just to walk down the hallway, they wouldn't do that. They walk down the hallway because somebody's gonna give them money. So that's how I look at it. And there's been other, like if you watch other influencers, they're talking about Mr. Beast and everybody, and they're just like he just moved. He would just go and do stuff because for a cause. He wouldn't just do it because he just likes it. I just feel like we get out of 2025 and progress forward. Yeah, I think so. The sheriff job is pure hell. I give it a year. Why? Why? You don't like it? What do you like? Why are so many young Americans? Why are so many young Americans understand America is the best place to become a millionaire? So why? That's a funny thing because they're all occupied with having a good time. You should see these nightclubs. Look at these nightclubs. Look at these. Look at these. Hello from Russia. Hello from Las Vegas. You should look at these nightclubs. They're packed. They're packed. This is why I say you always gotta look at your finances. In your 20s, it's the easiest, you have the longest. So when you're like 16, 17, you don't really know much, right? So you should ride that, the earlier you invest money, compound interest just works in your favor. Yeah, 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 block the trolls. Yeah. So I always like, yeah, that's why it's so good that people just learn and grow their money and do that. Because then all of a sudden, if you're 50 and you don't want to work anymore, you can call it quit. Yeah. But if you don't do that, then there's just trouble in paradise. And Shai's office advising me hit the true danger of the job. Man, yeah, yeah, Russia stopped getting murdered. Yeah, that's crazy, Yeah. That sheriff job, man, I told you, I did the military thing, and I'm telling you, it is brutal. People don't tell you. These officers, you see god awful stuff. You see the problem that I see with police is that you see people at their worst. You see people when they're squished under the car when they see stuff and you're like, ooh, you go home and then you kind of have to live with that. And they don't tell you that. That's why I think police officers, first responders, nurses, all these people should get paid way more than any politician, anybody else. But it's hard. It's really hard. Russia stopped getting murdered. Yeah, yeah. That's also sad. It's these wars, these endless wars. Hundreds of days criminal per city, unaware to most. I know, and the problem is now, and I'm like, oh, guns is nice, but they land in the hands of the wrong people, and they get them from who knows where. But then all of a sudden they go out and then they think they can do a shootout with you, and then all of a sudden you're sitting in your cruiser, you try to tell them, yo, your lights busted, you got to change your tail lights, and then all of a sudden you have a full blown shootout because of a tail light. It happens, and it's crazy for what, or you going 10 miles over the speed limit, and all of a sudden you're in a shootout over 10 miles an hour. It's not like, come on. Come on, it's like, and then they ruin their lives, and you're in pain and everything else. So it's hard. It's hard. It is hard. So, yeah, I gotta donate some money coming up here. I've made. So I did you guys watch my video? Then yeah, I didn't want to tell you too much because like when I talked to you last, I don't want to ruin your job. So I made a video about, what was it? Where was it? I made a video, about that people are starving, but YouTube didn't like it, so it didn't really push it. But this video that I've made, I'm gonna show it to you. So I made this video, and I said to my subscribers, follow along, and I will donate the money. So this is the curve that's supposed to go when I normally do videos. But then I don't know, the starving situation, and then some people didn't subscribe. So I got contributed to 20% viewers. So this is what happened. 6,300 views is 1.9k less than usual. My watch time was 600. So I gained 29 subs. So this is as it sits right now. So this is the money. This is the money that I'm gonna send to a company for donating to a charity so that people can have a nice Christmas dinner. Unfortunately, it wasn't much more, but at least there's something. And yeah, I tried. So you will see that if you have a good charity, or an organization that can use the money, send it to me so I can donate that. I'm a man of my word. I had no idea. Yeah, no guns in Japan, safest country in the world. I don't think it's a gun problem in Japan. I think they just have honor. When you look at, I saw this the other day that somebody posted online. If in Japan, you do the, these people that arrive first to work. If the building's here, the parking lot's right here, they park here. so that people that come later because of traffic have a closer way. In the U.S., the first person arrives, they want to park right in the building. You can be, yeah, you can be a cop since you're under 30. Yeah, I try not to. I did my military service. I know how brutal it is. I know what a toll it is, and yeah, I looked into it because Las Vegas has been hiring a military service. I did that. Told you, good deeds. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'll post that on my channel. I'm gonna. It's not gonna take a bigger jump. So I'm gonna make 40 for these people that are like, man, you can make millions off of YouTube. 6,000 views pays you about 45 bucks. So, is it bad? No. But is it to retire off of and do a full-time income? Probably not. Especially not if you do one video a day. So you'd have to do, in order to make, if somebody makes, you want to make about 20 bucks an hour, so you need to times 8. So you want to make 160, so you need to make, let me see if my math adds up. So this is 6,300 views. As the views go up, your revenue kind of goes down a little bit. So you need to do times 4. So you need to almost have 30,000 views to kind of make a living every day. So you need to have 30,000 views coming in. I'm artillery, retired UK. Nice. I was intelligence, Air Force. Yeah, let me see if I have those pictures. No, not here. I don't think so. Yeah, those were some crazy days. Man, I lived in a bunker for 3 months, doing like crazy, like just living in the bunker, trying to survive a nuclear fallout. Holy shit! I'm telling you, these days that these people are talking about, like, oh, you just joined the military. These are not the glory days. So here we go. This was me in the bunker with the gas masks on for the stuff. Here we go. This was when we were riding helicopters, and as Air Force, we had to ride helicopter. Here was deployed service. Here we go. Yeah. Nobody said I didn't do it. Would I recommend it? Nah. Nah. I like a bed. I like my own bed. You have almost no RX under glasses. 125. Oh gosh, are you kidding me? Have you never seen my glasses? Pfft. Man, out of one eye and can barely see. Like I got a lot. So yeah. If you're thinking about joining, you got to do the officer track. That's what I tell people. Do the officer track. Just doing the enlisted route where you go and you're gonna be the tin can that everybody kicks around. Yeah, God saves the troop. You're saying that. You're saying that. I mean, what hell of a job that is. Holy macaroni. Man, I can't imagine. Cold weather, get out, get out. The constant yelling, the constant screaming. Not me. Not me. Yeah. These days are just crazy. But yeah. Let me know a charity. What kind of charity should I donate 45 bucks? Let me do it on live. What kind of charity should I donate? A food charity. I need a food charity so I can donate those. I round it up. I'll do 50. So where do I go and donate it? I need a charity for food so that I can donate so people can have some nice Christmas dinner. So said I'll do it. I'll do it. So does anybody know of a good charity? I need a charity. I need a charity. So let's do this. Let's go. God save the troops. Nobody knows a charity. Let me look at it. Let me see. Let's AI it. I need a charity for, so I can donate to. I don't trust my local charity. Yeah, neither do I. Thought it was a Marine charity outside free soups. So is it that it called charity outside free soups? Okay, let me see. Charity outside free soups. Charity provides. Uh, is that what it's called? Outside free soups. I see free hots. Is that th- 3 square? You can't see it. Free hot soup refers to grasshopper volunteering like Kansas City. Is that it? Is that okay? Any city community kitchen, not the food bank, not the actual kitchen or the homeless gonna need every meal. Okay, any city community kitchen. Now, how do I donate? I need a link. I need something where I can just do that. But yeah, yeah, not the food bank, but the actual kitchen where the homeless go and eat. Yeah, how do you donate to that? How do I donate to that? Because Nevada in the resources. Yeah, how Nevada accesses no. Okay, Chat Foundation. Okay, Chat Foundation. Let's see. You sure that that is good? Then let's do that. Chat Foundation in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Here we go. Center. If we're okay with that, then if we're okay with that, then let's do it. So I pinned this comment. So, in addition, tin food and deliver. Nah, I tried to do that, and I don't like the tin can. You know, have you seen the CEO of the tin can company? I was gonna make a video, but I didn't. And so, yeah. Each Wagner. Should I do the Christmas party? Should I do the Christmas party or no? I don't think so. I don't think I should do the Christmas party. My favorite party of the year is back. Join us at the Beach Wagner Christmas party. No, I don't think I want to do the Christmas party. Or is that a Christmas party for the people? What do you think? Is this the Christmas party for the people? Nearly home, they eat their meal. Buy a lot of tin and deliver. Nah, yeah. Who? So I'm at this one. So I'm at the charity you said. So I'm at the Chat Foundation, and this is the batch and Christmas party. Is this the one you said I should do? Chat Foundation. Is this it? Yeah. Yeah. Pamela A. Yeah. Is that it? Is this the right spot? Yes, throwing a big meal every Christmas. Is that for the people or is that for people that can't afford it? So is this it? So are we good with this one? Give me a thumbs up and then I'll press donate. Yes. Hold on, let me go and see. Yeah, go check. Go check real quick. So yeah. We're doing research here, baby. Doing research. Let's go. Kids need Christmas. Yeah, they sure do. They sure do. I was gonna do the Walmart thing where there's Christmas trees, but then I'm like, food is way more important than just buying it. What's the URL? Okay, it is chatfoundation.org/donate. Here, I'll show it to you. Here. Chatfoundation.org/donate. Yeah, this one. Yeah, kids do need Christmas. But for me, when I do stuff like that, I'm always like, the most important thing is if you have a full belly, you don't do stupid stuff. If you go and you do, like what's it called when you don't commit crimes when you're like fully fed. Looks good. Yeah. So when Pamela Austin to give me the thumbs up that this is right. Or I can do general, I can do giving day, I can do, yeah. So there's a few options that I can pick. So I'm looking at General 2025, Given Tuesday, or the newsletter. So you guys decide. Yeah, just trying to support these people, when you have it and you're doing good, why not, It's like kind of giving back to come up, but I do know they give homeless a big meal on Christmas. Okay, so you think that's the good one, or should I? Do you have my email? Do you want to send me the email? And then yeah, you want to send me the email? Yeah, yeah. Like for me, that's kind of yeah, you know, yeah. Are you that? Are you Jonah Hill from South? I wish. No, no, no. Do you want to send me the Pamela? Do you want to send me the email of that charity? Are you the? Yeah, Jonah Hill. No, I wish though. I truly, truly wish. I'd love to be in the movie. One off donation. Only $5,000 a year. Yeah. 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 Oh. Yeah. So how you do it? So when you come to my channel, yes, just send it to me so I don't have to. So let me see here. So when you come to my channel, then you can see right here, and you just click the view the email address, and then you can just, here we go, reconnected. You're live, reconnected. Yep. Okay, yeah, do that. Yeah. I don't know what happened. So yeah, no, this is good. Yeah, just send it. You saw that, how you do it, right, Pam? Just send it to me. Yeah. Yeah, I know it did it. It was buffering. But yeah, just send me that link. I think I'm gonna call it. I've been on live for an hour now, so I love chatting with you guys. Relentless, yeah. Yeah. So send me the link. I think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna hang out at the house a little bit more. But yeah, I appreciate all of you guys watching. And yeah, if you haven't liked and subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.